In this problem, we have 25 grams of zinc that react with 1855 mils of 0.250 molar hydrochloric acid, and we need to find the grams of hydrogen gas produced. This is a solution stoichiometry problem, and the first step is to write your balanced chemical equation for this problem. So we have zinc metal, so it'll be solid, reacting with a strong acid. And according to our metal activity series, when we have a metal reacting with an acid, our products will be a salt and hydrogen gas. We need to make sure that this is balanced, so we'll put a 2 in front of the HCl. I like to write out what numbers belong to which reactant so I can keep track of our quantities. We have 25 grams of zinc and 1855 mils of 0.250 molar hydrochloric acid. We want to determine the grams of hydrogen gas. Okay, so we're given the quantities of both reactants, and we have to find the amount of product produced. This is what we call a limiting reactant problem. We need to first determine what the limiting reactant is. So let's see how much hydrogen gas is produced from our 25 grams of zinc. So we're going to convert that to moles using the molar mass of zinc. And if we look at our mole to mole ratio between zinc and hydrogen gas, it's a 1-to-1 mole ratio. And we want to find the grams in the end. You can compare moles to determine the limiting reactant, but let's end with grams to make it easier for us in the long run. So 1 mole of hydrogen gas, because it's H2, we have to double the molar mass, so it's 2.002 grams of hydrogen gas. So this will be 0.765 grams of H2 produced from 25 grams of zinc. Now let's go ahead and determine how much hydrogen gas is produced from HCl. Let's start off the volume and convert that volume to liters, and then eventually we can use molarity to get to moles, because remember that molarity is moles per liter. So if we convert it to liters, we can use molarity later on. Okay, so if we multiply by the molarity, so 0.250 molar is the same as 1. For every 1 liter of HCl, we have 0.250 moles of HCl. And then we can use the mole to mole ratio to go from moles of HCl to moles of hydrogen gas, which is a 2-to-1 mole ratio. And then we'll multiply by the molar mass of hydrogen. So this ends up being 0.464 grams of hydrogen gas. So how do we determine what the limiting reactant is? We need to compare these two quantities. The lesser quantity is what our theoretical yield is. That's how much hydrogen gas will be produced, which comes from HCl. So HCl is our limiting reactant. Zinc is our excess reactant. So the amount of hydrogen gas produced is 0.464 grams.